Hey guys, how's it going today? Just to run you through an issue that we just ran into. We have this saw that we need for cutting block, which is 20 amps. This runs off a 20 amp plug. Fortunately, there's nowhere here at the house to get 20 amps. So I'm going to show you how we get 20 amps to run this saw. Let's do it. Alright, so we're going to need to get this done. There's a roll of electrical tape, a 20 amp breaker, which in this case is an Eaton, but that's quite dependent. Plate cover, a 8-foot whip. This one was, they didn't have any 6, so they had 8 foot, and an outlet box, and a 20 amp outlet. All of this together was $52. So $52, we're going to get power to our saw, which we can use on multiple jobs. If they have a different panel setup, then you just swap to a different breaker. These are not expensive. Alright, so let's put it together. First, you pop out this hole, use a hammer and a flathead. This slides right in. You wire up your 20 amp outlet. Once you got this on, using a metal box, I like to run electrical tape, but you want to make sure you get under that screw, otherwise you can have some trouble. You want to make sure these wires are in and tight, and I can make a video on that if anyone is curious. That's it. Now with that, I'm going to leave that extra wire instead of cutting it off. These are a little stubby. Take it off. Alright, once you have that in there, mount your plate. So once you have that, now this is what you're looking at. Boom. Alright, let's take this, that, and head to the panel. Alright, so we've located the panel. Let's see here. I also grabbed my, gonna need a meter. So, let's take a look in here. Now obviously, if you're not an electrician or you don't do this, do not do this. Let me make sure I disclose that correctly. There's a lot of power in here, and it is very dangerous. Don't you move. Alright, so I've got 2 open spaces right there. That's what I'm going to use. So, I'm just going to take this. We're going to wire up. These 2. So first, let's get this one in. That's your hot one. Alright, so now that that's on, we can support this with that. Boom, that's in. Alright. Now, green wire is going to that strip, white wire is going to that strip. We're going to need a longer screwdriver to get to this one. I'll be right back. Now that we have that one in, we need to tie in our neutral and our ground. So we are loosening this one here for our neutral wire. So let's get that one in. You got that hook, and you want to manipulate the wire just enough to get you where you want it to go. Right in there. Now, alright, so now we're going to share this ground, which is a number 12 wire, so that'll make it easier to grab than a larger wire, but we're working with what we got. Get solid connections. Now we can run our saw. Alright guys, again this is very temporary, but we have our connections, we have our outlet. So now we're going to test the power. Go ahead and turn this on here. We're going to test everything is working. Alright, so black on your bus, ground bus. This one here, got 120. So we know our meter is reading correctly. So with our new breaker, you have to flip it off, then on. Now we have that, we can test our lines. Oh, hey. Alright, let's test this outlet. So what I like to do is just mount the ground on your left side. This is your neutral. Power, since this is on the same circuit, I can mount that on there. Boom, 120. So now we have a 20 amp 120 circuit to run our saw. Let's get to work. So now that we've run the saw and we're all done for the day, we're just going to reverse the process. Starting off with that. Boom. There she is. Now I'll put this back in. That's it.